Way we're there. Good evening, good morning, welcome back. Episode 219, 218, 218, 209, doesn't matter, we're here. This is Community Radio Week. We're not looking at news, we're not looking at any gear, that's next week. But we are taking a look at some tracks that we've been listening to over the last couple of weeks and just vibing out and talking about them, very much in the name of community radio. Eon, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm
Yeah.
doing okay. The sun is shining again. We've had a little bit of rain overnight as well, which is probably just as well. This place was getting like a tinderbox around here. There have been a number of local fires and so on. So yeah, a bit of rain is welcome, but sun's out again. It's a beautiful evening, and we're sat here talking about music. So can't hear any bad in that, can you?
No. Are you sure the fires didn't come from the universe hearing your album really loud?
I'm pretty sure, but yeah. Maybe it was. Maybe it was me.
that amazing that the universe just has to implode.
Him and me mixing and editing. It's never happened before, but it's time for everything, I guess.
Would you like to let us in on where you're at with the album, or is that too much information at this stage?
So I'm 10 minutes over length at the moment, but none of the songs have been edited yet. So, when I mean edited, I mean just sort of for length. A couple of them are absurdly long at the moment, and one of them may not be included. Okay. But yeah, there's some further refinement to go, but I've got the full set. It's a little long, which is a good thing, and there could be a spare as well. We'll see how the edits go. I like them to be quite long. If you're going to put it on a CD, you might as well, fill it up.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's way over at the moment.
When you say way over, I mean, are we talking like putting it on a CD?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the length of the tracks is too much data.
10 to 15 minutes too much runtime for a CD at the moment.
Right. Okay.
But it needs a bit more focusing, refinement, I think, and it will shorten a bit and be better for it, a bit more, I don't know, to the point.
To the point is always nice. I'm looking forward to seeing it as it continues to refine.
It's the only person outside of my immediate family who's heard it.
It was a massive whiplash.
At least you can guarantee, you can confirm it does exist.
It does exist, guys. It's there. It's beautiful sounding. It was such a whiplash because you sent it to me and I digested it over a couple of days, and we shared a small call about like my thoughts on it. How that kind of thing, and then I'm vibing to it, and the next thing I know, you're telling me which one would you cut, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's just like your children, though, isn't it? You think, well, if I had to get rid of one, which one would it be? It's difficult. Yeah. It's a difficult choice. They made a film about it, didn't they?
It's true. Maybe we need to make a sequel where it is literally about you going through your different MP3.
Yeah. There'd be a huge market for that one. Summer blockbuster.
I'm sure we would all tune in. Yeah, first chance to see the album in its entirety. But that'd be good. Okay, so we have progress on the album front.
Oh yeah. Always making progress. Yeah. Maybe not quite as quick as I'd like, but I try not to focus on that. Just keep going.
Mm-hmm. Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you going to be able to? Are you going to shut it off for the week that you're away? Because you're away next week.
Yes, I'm obviously not gonna not do any music whilst being on holiday. I will still be noodling around, but it'll be just new stuff, ideas, and testing out some things.
Okay, what kind of things?
Yeah. Using different things for music generation. So I got a preset pack for the drift synth on Move that Jeremy from Red Means recording. Great channel if you're not looking at it on YouTube. He did those, and I quite like the sound of them. They're a bit lo-fi and interesting sounds, so I thought I'll stick those on there and have a play with them on holiday. And other than that, it's just going to be iPad, I think.
iPad going into the Move.
So maybe the Real app on iPad, which is like a 4-track recorder that's quite good, and things like that. I don't know. There's a few little things that I want to mess around with.
Sounds fun.
Just to see if if there are workflows that would suit me. But yeah,
cool. It sounds very
experiments.
That's what you need. That's what you need. It's cool. All right. Well, we are in Community Week, this Community Radio Week. So we have a bunch of tracks submitted to us by people in the Discord. And we plan to start doing this on the regular. So if you want to chip in the name of community and let us know what you've been listening to, head across the Discord. It's that way you can get that done. And let us know what you've been thinking about and what you've been listening to, because this is all about celebrating what is there. So yeah, we're going to go from there. We're not doing this in any particular order. This is just in the list that I copied and pasted them into the ADSN docket. So we're just going to go with that. We're going to start with Mike. Mike K. Smith brought this to us. Elements by Alex Banks.
This is good. Yeah,
it is nice. Do you have a particular favorite at all, Eon?
I only listened to the one that he linked. What was it? Nebula.
He linked us Nebula. Yeah.
I listened to that one, but I think I followed him or something because I saw. It's something that Mike shared. I think he went to see him play or something.
Right.
And he shared a bit of a live set that he was doing that was very much up my alley as well. So good stuff. Good stuff. Well worth listening.
Absolutely. So we're gonna play Nebula here. I'm gonna go from there. So we're gonna get out of the way. I'm just gonna let this run for the totality of the 5 minutes that it exists, because we're not here to cut corners. So yeah. Have a listen. This is Nebula from the Elements album by Alex Banks. Alrighty. Sorry for destroying people's eardrums there.
That's how I want to go.
Yeah, it's a good way to go, right? Learning progress, guys. Learning progress. Must remember to turn down the channel volume of the broadcast. That's okay. We'll get there. So yes, that was Nebula by Alex Banks from the Elements album. What could you hear and what did you enjoy about that, Ian?
Well, I like the kind of I like the techno leanings of most of it. You know, the kind of unapologetic, gritty sort of sound, but the breakdown is good as well. The other elements, I like the heavily gated sounds. I like the filtering and the occasional reversing and stuff. It's a really good mixture of. I mean, it really vibes, but it's also a really good mixture of quite simple elements with subtle movement and some well hidden ear candy that's actually a lot more complex than you realize, and it's just a good blend of a lot of things that I like, and it's got a great vibe to it as well.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's often with these kind of like heavier techno tracks or techno leaning tracks that the main riff can get quite loopy and can get quite repetitive, which in fairness, I mean, because that's where techno is, I mean, most of the time you're munched off your
Yeah,
face, right? um but this keeps to it, and there's enough variance to kind of keep the whole thing moving forward, so you don't feel like you're stuck in a loop, and I really
yeah, and I
appreciate
found myself not listening to that part, like the main, rhythmic lead part. It was almost like that's something safe you can hang on to while you look at what else is going on.
it. Yeah.
That and the kick drum and the bass is kind of like, these are your stable elements. These are the things that are solid and dependable, and the other stuff is a lot less so. And I kind of like that contrast as well.
Yeah, it's nice in that
I
way.
also, I mean, I feel a bit silly commenting on it because I think it's really good. Who the hell am I to comment on it? But at the same time, yes, I liked it.
Do you is there anything that you'd like to try and figure out for your own production?
I don't think so, but I do think it's doing some things that I like to do in there, and it's working nicely for him. Jury's out whether I manage the same, but yeah, I mean, there, it's definitely my sort of thing,
Mhm.
and yeah, it does. Yeah, it kind of makes me feel inspired to make music as well.
That's always a good thing, right? Like this
Mm.
something that compels you to then head into your own studio and do the same thing and create something of your own. That's a mark of a good track, right?
Yeah, for me, it's the best thing I get from music of other people's that I listen to is when they do something that I wouldn't, and I think, oh, hello, what's that?
Mm.
Because people think of doing things that you wouldn't, or take things stylistically in directions that you wouldn't necessarily have occurred to you, and you would have done something different. And I don't know, I just love hearing how other people's brains work. So when you listen to something for the new for the first time, you can look analyze that and go, right, okay, this is how it starts, what would I do next? And then I love how, obviously it doesn't do what you're thinking, it does what they thought. And I love hearing how those diverge.
Hmm.
And I always prefer what they thought anyway.
I mean, that's fair. I get you. Hey, Mike, welcome to the show. Hi, team. Yes, we're here.
Right.
We hopefully we started the show with the track that you submitted, Alex Banks. Hell of a show. Hell of a show. Well, hell of a track. Hope you're doing well, man. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what's been going on in your world. All right. Echo Park, William Nett. This was your submission, Eon. Tell us about this.
Yeah, well, this is very different. It's very laid back. If I'm honest, it's an old track as well. I think it's from 2000 and something or other. It wasn't the first one I was suggested. It's the 10th track, I think it is. Buried Presidents.
Yes, Buried Presidents.
The album's from a while ago.
Yeah, 2011.
But it's one I keep coming back to. It was year. It'd been out for years by the time I found it. But I think I heard it on an internet channel. Maybe it was Ambient Sleeping Pill or something like that. And it was just like one of those tracks when you're listening to a lot of really laid back music that really stuck out. And it stuck out because it was musical and harmonic. And I really liked it. And so I got the album on Bandcamp and listened to it. And it's a solid album. It is really good. It's really evocative. It's got great textures in it. And it's that kind of ambient slash chill out music that it does a thing that not many things do, except for maybe Joshua James Whitman, where there are tunes, there's melodic content and stuff that sticks with you, in a way that ambient music often doesn't. Usually it's a bit washy and so on, and it's a vibe and it's really nice, but when there are parts of it that stick in your head, for me, it's a real accomplishment in that genre to be able to achieve things like that. So yeah, it's just something that I immediately liked, and I've listened to quite regularly since, and something that I've recently come back to for the same reasons.
Well, I mean, those are all really good reasons. Let's have a listen.
Takes a while to develop, but yeah,
I mean,
it's worth it.
that's the fun of it, right? So here we go. Echo Park.
No, Dead Presidents. Sorry, Buried Presidents, rather.
Buried Presidents. Apologies.
Although any of them would do, right?
Go listen.
It is a good album.
Go listen to the whole thing. Let's do it. This is Buried Presidents by WilliamEtt. Oh,
See, I was away with the fairies there, staring out the window, looking at all the clouds with the flat bottoms on them and the big fluffy peaks on top. Love that track. There's something about it where you can just be ashore and have the music just lap over you rhythmically as it rises in sort of cadence and complexity, and things start to loop around a bit. It's got lo-fi elements that are pleasing. They're not. It's not too overdone. It's not too classically lo-fi. It's just everything just sounds just right, And there's some tiny like lecturing voices that are so quiet in the background. Sounds a little bit like it could be a radio or something with people talking on it. It's just, it lends itself to thought so much, but in a relaxed way. It's just one of those tracks that just affects me. I love the fact it's not new. So, we've got a new format here, and we're talking about what we're listening to, and hopefully shining a light on the fruits of the community to a large extent as well. But I like the fact that the first thing that I want to listen to is something from years ago, because if you do a piece of music that's good, it's always a good piece of music. I don't care what this modern world of like what's fresh, what's new, says. A good track is always going to be a good track. And this is one of the reasons why we love music, and that we've got so much of our lives and memories tied up in tracks that we've listened to and enjoy.
it's true. I mean, it's a very moving piece. Got lost. I had to remind myself that we have a job to do here. But yeah, incredibly evocative work. I love when you think it's going in one direction, and then those strings come in, the cello comes in, and it completely widens up the mix and takes you in a completely different direction. Yeah, that's ambient.
Yeah, and if you hear it mixed in with other tracks in like a stream, it does. You do notice it, right? There could be this like wallpaper element going on for a while, and you don't necessarily notice this one starting. But when the strings start to come in, you start to listen and think, "Oh, hello, that's a bit nice. What's that?" Which is kind of what happened to me the first time I heard it. And I love discovering stuff like that. Just hearing something and thinking, "That I want that in my life."
It's true. It's true. What you mean? I'll put these links in the Discord after the show for anyone who's interested in exploring further. So yeah, don't worry about that for now. Just enjoy the music. We'll move on to our next one. And this is me going back a little bit on some of the stuff that I missed out earlier in the year, because it's just a busy time in the existence, right? So you can't catch everything when it comes out.
Yeah.
Did you catch this when it came out at all?
No, but it was that triplicate.
Yeah. And it's
I
always
mean,
good.
you're in good hands.
Mm.
There's always good stuff on the label. It's and the compilations that get put together are well worth a listen. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it would be good to catch up on.
Yeah. So this is a compilation, music for condensation. Sorry. Which was released back in June of 2026, June of this year. And there's some solid names on here. Like, you got Melon Man, you got Johnny Fallout, you got Time Rival, Chair Crusher, Sun Castle, Bilal Pellegrim, Le Morte Abbey, and Hivahai. And it's just a solid,
Yeah.
absolute. I mean, that lineup, it's insane.
Can't go
I've
wrong with that.
No, you can't. I've opted for Feels a Few on this particular occasion, mainly because I've been going back over Feels a Few stuff, both that he released with us on Audionautic Records and his older stuff, and just felt right. So this is Oceanic. So let's have a listen. And we're back. We there?
I am.
I think we lost a bit of connection in the way. Hang on. Boom. And my screen is still there. Let's get rid of that. Much better. Much better. Feeling pretty tranquil at this end. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I thought I'm gonna listen to these with my eyes shut, and that's a great track. I love it. I love it. I love things like that offer you a series of pictures with no necessary frame of reference initially, so you don't know what key you're in or whatever. They're just pictures, and then the chords gradually start to shape the mood around it. It's kind of like a pedal point thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that sort of stuff. I
Mm.
do. And then, while that's still establishing, you get other ideas that are different start running across the top as well in different not tempos, but speeds of note and so on top, so that they're kind of related but interlocking ideas. That's just great. It's an excellent effect, really atmospheric, a little bit pretty evocative for me.
Very much.
Makes you feel something.
Oh, yeah.
I think you kind of get out of it what you bring to it. It's one of those sort of songs. It's a bit like a mirror, perhaps, but it does draw something out of you that you brought with you.
It's true. It's true. I think Tim always manages to blend textures together really well, right? And that forming of one when it comes to marrying the neoclassical with that of the electronic, and just doing it in such a tender way, where it's not it doesn't feel like a better synthesis, which a piano is being played on the top. It just feels like a
Yeah, it's very
synthesizer.
unassuming in that regard, isn't it? It's yeah. It I don't know. It drives me crazy when people do this, because it's something I envy. It's just that the parts seem to disappear. What you're hearing. I mean, yeah, it's a reverse sound. You might, at the beginning, you might be forgiven for thinking it's a bit of a novelty. I love reversing sounds. I love the way that it changes more than the sound. It gives it a completely different feel. But that aside, you're soon not listening to it in a sense of, oh, that's that. You're just listening. It kind of disappears a bit. It would make great incidental music. That sounds like a bad thing to say, but in the sense that I think it would add feeling to anything it was added to, rather than it's unassuming enough to not intrude. I don't mean that at all. I mean, it's the sort of thing where if you hear that in something that you're watching, it makes you like it all the more
Mm.
and draws more out of you. It's very good. I love it.
It's very lush, and it's understated in the sense that it doesn't. It create, for me at least, it created this sense of euphoria and this sense of epicness, but doing so without bells and whistles and anything like that. It's just purely in the tone and purely in the texture of how the track unfolded. It just quietly just brings epicness to the table. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. It put me in mind of something that Ruichi Sakamoto was supposed to have said about the importance of the spaces between notes
Mm.
being almost more important than any of the notes that you do play. And there was a lot of beauty in the space in that. It wasn't too dense or condensed or layered like something I'd do. It was a very unencumbered.
Unencumbered is a good word. Yeah, it's doing a lot with space and very little
Mm.
involved, and that's it's beautiful.
And knowing when not to play a note and when to leave a bit of space.
Yeah, that's something I struggle with. This idea of more is better. But we'll get there.
More is more.
More is more. Whether it's better or not is a different situation.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to our fourth track of the evening. And this is again another not quite blast from the past, so to speak, but it's something that's been on my radar again recently. Sagittarius by Bendu. Bit of a legendary album, really.
My copy's over there
Is it? That's good.
underneath my right speaker,
Oh, okay.
right monitor.
That's awesome. Propping it up.
No, just underneath it. It's on a stand, so there's space underneath behind my 303.
Love it. I mean, first and foremost, just look at this artwork, right? It's just, it's absolutely stunning what it is.
It's got infinite recursion on the cover. I mean, I love that.
Yeah, that's not that's not the like. It's a great album. I came back.
Do you know what? It reminds me of a happier time as well.
What just in general, as in.
Yeah, I kind of remember when it came out, and things felt like they were really buzzing at the time. There was lots of stuff going on. Everyone was doing great stuff, and something was always happening.
I know what you mean. I think this was 2000 and I was in Vietnam when this came out, so 2021. Different time. Hey Cresshead, welcome to the show. I'm going to put this up before we go any further, just to get you on board, Cresshead. We're doing a community listing episode this week, so listen to all the stuff. Straight in with the news from the community. Cresshead, my vinyl album arrived last Thursday from Elastic Stage. You guys put me onto that service, one of your episodes. It's awesome, by the way. Post it to your Discord. Thank you.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, amazing. Glad things are going your way, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's really fun. I'm glad it's working out. Elastic Stage is awesome. It's very cool. So yes, our fourth track of the evening, it comes from Sagittarius, the Sagittarius album by Bendu. I came to this because I was listening to his side project Semiotic Ghosts. I'm really, really trying to ingratiate myself into noise, and it's one of those where you kind of have to dip your head under the water and come up for air. And because I'm starting to see the majesty in it, but I'm also it kind of scares me a little bit. So I am coming back up for air, and this is one of the ones that came back up from after listening to Semiotic Ghosts, and I wanted to play Perception is a Needle. I think it's my favorite album from the track, for just the memories and the ideas that it evokes when it goes through. So that's what we're going to do. Any words before I press play, Ian?
No. Bring it on.
That's what we're going to do.
We muted.
I'm muted. Yes, there's no
Ah.
we. There's no we. There's just me. I was saying it's a beautiful piece of future nostalgia right there.
What is it? I don't know. I know I really like it, and I can tell you reasons why I really like it. But I love how it defies all sorts of conventions. But it's what a mix as well. It's such a good mix. It's just so thick and juicy. Um, it has the kind of tonality that you'd expect from Bendu with his vintage style, thick monosynths and sounds like that. But I don't know. He's just got this thing about him that would be very hard to emulate. You could do the same thing and it just wouldn't sound like it. It's love it.
I know what you mean. It feels washed in like a 1970s analog, and it just
But everything's very clear at the same time,
it is.
isn't it?
It does. It is very clear, and I just wonder if it takes you to another world, and that's the thing about Bendu, right? It defies kind of genre mashing, and it just takes you to another universe and takes you to a place where there's this rich history and there's this rich tradition that seemingly has gone on in this place, and yet we have no idea what it is and where it comes
Yeah, yeah. And I like Survey Channel. There's this uniformity of vision that sort of comes out of the music and goes through the artwork as well. So I got my copy out while I was looking at it, listening to it rather. And the back of this is awesome. It's got like medically accurate hearts being used as hot air balloons on the background and all sorts of stuff. It's like physical representations of what you're hearing. It seems, it's just great stuff.
It is amazing. It is amazing. He puts so much effort into his work as well.
Yeah, you get this sense of curation in each
word,
track. That it's I do enjoy a bit of Bendu. You know when you're listening to him.
Really sticks out, right? Really sticks out. Thank you, Bendu, for making that. Sagittarius is amazing. So it's a nice place in which to be. Let's move forward. Depending on the time, we got definitely time for one more. Maybe we've got time for two. There's two more in the docket, Eon. Which one do you want to hear first?
Oh, I didn't have the docket open. You busted. You caught me. I'd opened a tab to open it. No, I'm there now. Let's have a look.
You ever think?
I would go with the last one because I haven't heard it and I want to.
Okay, and that's exactly what we're going
It's
to
a bit selfish.
It's our show, though.
There's no one else here.
It's our show. There's no one else here. That's fine.
What do you think?
I'm in complete agreement. In the name of Cresshead releasing his vinyl from Elastic Stage, we're going to come back to Inky, which was released back in September last year. Cresshead's dedication to their cat, which is an amazing piece of work.
So is this release that's now on vinyl as well?
Yeah. So this came out on Bandcamp back in September. I've just seen that the background is a Tascam. That's amazing.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a Tascam. Nice one. Is that the Model 12 Cresshead? Or have you got the 16? Let us know. I'm curious. But yes, and you can, if I share this tab instead, you can see that it's just been popped out on Elastic Stage on vinyl. You got two sides of vinyl there. So yeah, and only for 968 Czech crowns, which is less than 30 quid. I think it's about £30.
It's round about, yeah, it should be, yeah.
About £30. Yeah. Sorry, soon enough we'll all be using Czech crown, so it's okay.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, exactly. Tascam 16. Thank you. Yes. I wouldn't mind having a 16. So yeah, without much further ado, let's play some in key, shall we? This is retrograde. let's take a moment for that, because that's a beautiful track, and yeah, very sorry for your loss, Craighead. Um, it's a beautiful way to memorialize everything. Um, it's a beautiful album. Um, the I'm a bit lost for words, to be honest.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's I think there's a thing about when people pass that people don't want to talk about them so much. They don't want to upset someone or whatever. But I would hate to become like almost like a dirty secret that people don't want to talk about because they don't want to upset those that are left behind
Mm,
and so on. And this is the antithesis of that, isn't it? It's a track that honors someone's memory and I mean apart from anything else, it's a really interesting track. It just defies classification in my head. It's it made me smile really because like Chris said, it's it's almost like a two fingers up to genreification of music, um, which feels very apt.
yeah,
I felt the urge to dub it up, put loads of echo on everything. So I think was it you, Chris, said who's got the rhythm and you've been messing around with that.
yeah.
It all seems to sort of make a lot more sense now. Um, it's weird because only finding out what it was about halfway through actually listening to the track was quite a strange experience because I don't know, I hadn't necessarily picked up on the fact that it carried more weight than that, and that it was about the all too common longing for better times that are past.
Mm, it's true.
And why not? I mean, yeah, I think we'd all relate to that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, get out of my chat with any apologies, Chris said.
Mhm,
Seriously,
mhm.
dude. It's the right thing to do, and you do what you feel, and you know it's got to. You write music about your life. You respond to things, how we process things as pseudo creative people, isn't it?
Creative people, full stop. Yeah. Um,
But yeah, I
still,
loved all the chopping up and echoing and stuff. I just like it's so many things that I wouldn't do, and it didn't suffer for any of them. I would not think to go that hard on echo and stutter and stuff, and it's unapologetic in a way that I'm not sure I could ever be, and I admire. Um, yeah, I enjoyed listening to that. That was a very interesting few minutes.
mm,
I just yeah, I don't know. I just want to show some sympathy for the reason that it exists
mm.
without getting too negative about it because it should be a positive thing.
I think it's. I think I mean, it's a bop, right? As in, I was bopping to it. I think it's the boppiest track we've had of the day, and it clicks and it makes you feel alive, which is a wonderful mirror in that sense. It
Mm.
brought a lot of life into me, and it's a very catchy hook. The lyrics are really fun, and yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful memorial, beautiful way to process these things. Um, yeah, just it very. We don't get a lot of music of our genre in our kind of niche, which is so raw in its vocalization. We often get vocals which are
Mm.
auto tuned or washed out with reverb or at the background or something like that. But this was to the point, front and center. I've got a seat track,
Mm.
I've got a rhythm, and I'm gonna just sing my heart out.
That's the thing that does it for me. I mean, it's really nice to be able to listen to these things and actually have the person who made it tell you how it was made. And this is like what boggles my head is the non-standard way in which he works and the way it was made. And I love it because it really challenges the way that your brain sort of conceptualizes music. It's like, yeah, it's not in a door. You can throw that stuff away. You can just get a couple of boxes and hack it up. It's mad. You know, in this world where everything is, you know, bars and repeating blocks and so on, you know, you don't have to do that at all. And you might surprise yourself and do something different if you do throw it to one side and just make some sounds you like and cut them together.
It's true. It's really true. Thank you for sharing that, Chris Head. Beautiful. That's now on vinyl. We'll put the links in the Discord after the show today, and I'll put them in the description after the show. So yeah, thank you for writing that. We've got time for one more before we drop off, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to one more, and then we're going to go our separate ways for a week. You for 2 weeks. Obviously, you're off on holiday this week, Ian. Which is going to be much needed and much rested. So the final track for today is from Sync 24's Hope. For those, for those who don't know, Sync 24 is one half of carbon-based life forms, who, well, are amazing. In short, and Sync 24 Daniel has been doing his own side project as well. I've been studying 303s for a psychedelic project, which I can't talk too much about right now. But I've been talking about listening to how they overlap and how you can use multiple 303s. I have a reputation for using 9 basses in my tracks, which is a slight exaggeration, but now I want to bring more 303s into the mix. And this is just a beautiful album, I think, and it's, you know, I want to end on this. Have you heard this album at all, Ian?
I haven't. No. I'm looking forward to this.
It's good fun. It is a full LP, nine tracks in there. It tells a really great story. This is the one track that's not in English, and I apologize in advance. Skog Scaret, perhaps we'll try it. But yeah, let's listen to this before we say goodnight to everyone. It is, yes. Yeah. So let's go.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that was epic. That was huge.
I know. He just knows what he's doing. Just had to keep that going right to the very end. Even that kind of the whole thing envelops, and it just you come crashing down to that wispy ending where nothing just kind of fades away. And it's just you gotta just enjoy the whole thing from beginning to end. No rushing that one whatsoever.
Yeah, that was a big sound. That was like it's that hard floor on Mogadon or something. There was some expert use of the accent feature to bring out certain notes, and a really clever overlapping of two parts to harmonize a rundown in a certain place as well at the end of each phrase. Everything's just beautifully crafted to fit together as well. And when the bass comes in, it is so thick. It's such a solid subby foundation to have all this, quite airy and bubbly stuff sitting on top of. It's just beautifully crafted track that was in every respect, from the ways that written the parts and put it together to the mix and the sounds themselves. Epic.
Yes, and I can't add to that because I'm in complete agreement. So just that vibe. If you haven't heard the album in its entirety, go listen to the full album from start to finish.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
And I'm going to listen to some hard floor as well.
It's a
but not the really well known stuff. They did some later stuff, some much slower stuff that was really huge in a similar way. There's a track called Yimtrop that I would very much recommend you check out. If you like that, you will definitely like that particular track. It's a very slow, chuggy, huge thing.
What's the name of the track?
Yimtrop. YIMTROP by Hard Floor.
YAM.
YIM. TROP.
Yimtrop. What a name. All right. That's my homework.
Play it loud. Something that's got good sub.
I'll whack it on the studio speakers after we go off there. Yeah, amazing track, amazing album. He's been at it for decades by this point, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, there was a slickness to it that reminded me a little bit of Solar Fields.
Yes.
Especially with the way that the low end was really cooking and sitting together nicely.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, it's got that deft feeling to everything as well, where everything's just right, just so, and I can just bam.
Have some bass. It's nice, right? I love it.
Can I have some more, please?
The full album is there. I will put all the links in the Discord in the ADSN channel. So if you're curious, you can go and listen. I love Sync 24 stuff. Carbon-based life forms are one of my they are gods among men, in my humble opinion. And Sync 24 does some really fun acidy stuff, which doesn't tread on the toes of carbon-based life forms whatsoever. Definitely worth going back over his back catalogue as well.
That's definitely.
We had a comment from Cresshead while we were talking. We really value your show. The more people should find you. You're about the music, making music, and the people who make music. You're a nugget of gold on the internet. That is so sweet.
I don't know what to say to that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I just love music,
It's all about the music.
And we know we're not alone.
No. And if you feel that more people need to know about us, feel free to let your friends know that we exist. There are changes coming in YouTube which might affect the channel coming through later in or early in 2027. We're working up to it. We're having a look at it, but help build this community if that's what you want to do, by letting people know that we have a Discord page, we have a record label, we have this show. Bring your friends down. I'll give you 2 for 1 entry on Wednesdays. Something like that. So yes, that's all we've got for this show. This is the first time we're running this particular segment. Community Radio, we want to do this in a cycle of every kind of 4 or 5 weeks. So let us know your thoughts about that, whether or not it's a good thing. We love sitting here talking and listening to music. Is it something that you're into as well? Let us know. And if you want to send us a track that you've been listening to, can be yours, can be anyone's. Just if you've been vibing with it, put it in the Discord. We're always happy to hear. This particular intention is about exposure to more music, because music is amazing and there's never enough of it. Any words on that, Eon?
No, just let us know what you think.
Let us know. We'll be back next time. Discord will keep us going. We'll see you there. Have a lovely week. Great segment idea. Thank you, Chris Head. Glad you like the idea. Yes, we'll be back soon. We'll see you on the Discord. Much love.